to another video. So today I'm going to talk about how to properly communicate to a blind or visually impaired person. So for someone like me who's visually impaired, I think this is a very important thing to have. And it's important to educate everybody and for me to educate you guys. I have touched on this in previous videos before, but I don't really feel like I've gone into a full-on video of it. Today we are talking in class at my transition program for blind, visually impaired people with disabilities schooling, and my my O&M teacher, that's also a teacher of the visually impaired, or TVI, she's like, hey Christian, why don't you, that'd be a good idea for a video, like when I was talking about communication and stuff for a class or people with disabilities. For like job interviews and just basic life skill stuff that you need help with. She was like, why don't that be a good idea for a video? And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. So yeah, here I am doing the video. Not really a list of things, this is more just rambling. Let's go through some of the stuff you shouldn't do, you should do. So both sides of the coin, basically. Let's get started. So the first thing you should not do is don't grab us, and don't push us, because that's very jarring and scary. And I don't know you, and we don't have trust. We just hear a stranger or feel a stranger. Like, if you're pushing me, if you're like just grabbing me when I didn't ask you, like, it's not only rude, but it's also like, it's not really the proper way to guide a blind, visually impaired person, because like I said, it's scary, because you wouldn't want someone coming up to you and just grabbing you and taking you somewhere without telling you. That would be terrifying. I've been grabbed before by people and it's terrifying. And I've been working on to properly advocate for myself and what I want or need from people. And the best thing to do is just politely ask, if they need help. And that's what you should do. This is going along, it's kind of going in the middle of stuff, but yeah. What you should do is ask for help and be like, hi, I noticed that, hi, so-and-so, if you know the person, do you, I noticed that you're struggling crossing the street, or do you need help finding something, or maybe if they're lost in a building. If they say no, believe them, because we take specialized O&M, or orientation and mobility training, to for us blind people to navigate around safely and effectively. And without any vision, we don't need to see just to see where we're going. We mentally picture it in our brain when we constantly do O&M lessons or courses to navigate our environments. And I've done it a lot before for work stuff. I've done it for school, and yeah. And I've also done O&M training in my neighborhood. That's how I'm able to do transportation on my own safely, and do all that stuff. And I've been to downtown Chicago before. I showed you guys my O&M trips videos before, which you guys can go check out my miscellaneous videos playlist. They're right in there. So we're very capable and independent enough to help ourselves, because we know how we live like this every day, and we're not helpless. We don't need just because we ask for help, it doesn't mean you as a disabled person, or even me. I try to tell myself this every day, even if it's terrifying or hard to do. If you don't ask for, if you ask for help, that is being comfortable and confident, and just showing strength that you are capable, that you can advocate for yourself and what you need or want in this world, because it's a very important skill to have. And a lot of our special teachers that specialize to help people with disabilities like myself, they talk to us a lot about independence, self-advocacy, etc., and employment. And that's one of the big things. And when I was younger, it didn't really mean much to me, because I was a kid, but now it means a lot to me. Now I talk about it a lot to people, because it's, even if it's you're not really a social person, maybe it's important to at least try, because if you need help, that's okay. And if you don't ask for help, that's failing. You're failing yourself. And I've failed to ask for help on stuff, and I felt bad. But also you need to you can't don't let yourself to get stuck in that cycle. I try not to every day whenever I make a mistake or whatever, because everyone makes mistakes in life, and that's just life as a human. That doesn't go away. Your life isn't perfect. You're always going to make mistakes. You're always going to ask for help for things. It doesn't stop. It's a human thing. All of us, every single person in this world is struggling with something. Disabled or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody is struggling. They need or want something to help them succeed in this society. Also, if you're pointing somewhere that's something that's far away, I can't see it either, even with my low vision. I can't see where that is, so you need to verbally tell me or bring me closer to it so I can see or understand what you're telling me. This is just me, but for someone that's blind, you should bring them over if they have the option to feel it or describe it to them. Also, here's something else. Like, if you're somebody new, we're obviously not going to know who we are, but this is just me. So, the best advice I can give you is that I can see what you look like with my vision. So I can see who you are, and I can see your visual hand gestures close to me. I can see when you're shaking your hand or waving to me up close. But if you're far away and you're walking towards me, I could sort of make you out, but I can't make out the details of your face, so I don't know who it is yet. So verbally tell me, hey Christian, let's say like, hey Christian, it's Brooke from science class or something. I don't know, something along those lines. Because I know you're talking to me, because I can't see where you are because you're far away. And so that way I can know your voice and know who you are, but also I can see you. But also the person who's blind needs to know your voice so they know exactly who you are, so they could just say your name. Also, offer us seating but close to the door, because it's for people with disabilities most of the time. But if you don't have any mobility issues or any disability, please offer us a seat. It's polite, and we need the seating because so we can get to the door quicker. On to the next thing, how to properly guide a blind or visually impaired person. So what we'll do is that I'll do is I'll take your elbow, you could bring your elbow out, and hopefully I'm angling this the right way. I can kind of see myself in frame. Give them your elbow. We'll follow you that way, and just tell us if we're walking in a doorway, and then you put your arm a little bit behind your back, and then we know okay, there's a door coming. For me, I can see the door. It's also helpful because I'm completely blind in my right eye, so I may not see it. Plus my peripheral vision is not the greatest sometimes. Sometimes I need it, so I do appreciate the verbal stuff. We pay attention very closely to our smell, hearing, and smells in our surroundings, not as much as our vision. We really don't rely on it that much if we have very low vision or no vision at all. For me, I do have quite a bit of vision that's still low, but on the spectrum of blindness, but it doesn't mean I'm fully sighted though. We go up the stairs. You properly put your foot up so we know that on the one step, and stop and let us know, okay, we're at the stairs now. Or if you don't say anything, we'll know that there's a leveling up. Then we'll put our foot out and feel so we could find the railing. And if we're struggling to find it, just guide our hand and guide us and try to just verbally tell us okay, so go, let's say straight out in front of you, and you're gonna touch the railing, and then you could just walk. You don't have to tell how many steps we're walking up. That's just some examples. Because if we don't have a cane or a guide dog, we need that help. And if you're the guide dog, you're basically the guide dog or the cane, because you'll be walking slightly ahead of us. But if I have a guide dog, then you can go on my right side, because the guide dog is trained to go on the left side for flow of traffic. And it's also the dog gets distracted, and we don't want it distracted. That's just how what I know about guide dogs. If you walk a little fast, try to slow down and go at the same speed as my dog and I are going, because the dog is going to get confused and be like, wait, what? Dad, why are you going so fast? That's what I would tell someone, because I'm getting a guide dog pretty soon, and I know I'm going to have to advocate for that. But if I have a cane, I use it in my right hand. I'm just specifically talking about what I know and my experience. My cane is in my right hand, and then you can go on my left side and do the sighted guide like how I showed you earlier. Don't, like, if you're a stranger and you see a blind person, don't grab their cane either. That's very rude, because that's a part of our body that we need for us to function, because we don't have enough functioning vision to go out with it, go without it. We don't want you, because we have our own styles and techniques that we do for cane skills and with O&M. And we need that tactile feedback so we understand our surroundings and we know where we are, because some of those small tactile cues that may not seem that important to you because you rely on your vision, it's very important to us, because, like I said, we have to understand our surroundings. And we have to remember those small tactile things. We have to remember so many more small things. For me, I can see when the color contrast is changing on the ground, if it is bright. But also, like, I pay attention to the tactile feedback with a cane currently. Don't grab, if you see a person with a guide dog and you know that they're blind or you're their friend, like, don't grab the leash or don't grab the harness, because, like, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna confuse the dog, and we are not gonna know what's in front of us when our dog is working unless the dog stops, and it could be scary or potentially even dangerous. The dog gets matched up by guide dog schools that match up the owner with the speed, and it's a very delicate and important match. So please don't. And plus, it's also distracting to the dog. It really just comes down to just asking us, because, like, it's the best thing to do. Like, don't make assumptions. Don't think that we're just being helpless or anything. It's because sometimes we do or don't need help, like anybody else. We just need a little bit more time for stuff. So it's important to be patient and kind and understanding. That's my best advice. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. If there's anything else that you guys want me to touch up on, please let me know in the comments below. I would like to do a touch-up video on it, or make a pinned comment on some of the stuff I need to say. So yeah, anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video today. Comment, like, and subscribe, and that'll be it. See you guys in the next video. Bye.